So we can start recording, and that's wonderful. And we should be able to start streaming, and everything should be lovely. I think the worst part about this interface is that the level for the output also controls the level for the mic, which is annoying. So if I turn this right up and it starts clipping, yeah. I have to do that. Otherwise I can't really hear myself that well. But that should hopefully be an okay level. So let's preview this. This will be a very interesting preview. An error occurred. Of course it did. It always does. There's always errors everywhere. An error occurred. Well, the stream seems to be working at least. It always does. There's always errors everywhere. Very fun. Very nice. An error occurred. Well, the stream seems to be working at least. It always does. There's always errors everywhere. So we'll stop that then. That seems to be working. What do you reckon? Should we play Gotta Go Now up first? We don't really need to start the stream right now, I guess. We can wait a little bit.
Say goodbye. Hello, Detmer, Rob died. Though I have to say goodbye. Rob died. Though I have to say goodbye. Rob died. Though I have
just a night to life with hopes around.
Go and collect some
Good meat, just a night to life with
being creative, 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 creative.
Right, okay, let's leave this.
You need Skeksis.
Hogarth.
Professor
That's difficult.
blown away.
You need
The Nate
Skeksis.
Chaos. Do I dream masters out to be this?
That's difficult.
The one and only, the ultimate. Grant you one. It all starts with this: a jewel containing the innocent. There's no one. It doesn't bother me, Maria.
From the base. Follow-up report. Is that Fox Boy? Try and catch me. From the base.
I'm the world's. Oh,
Follow-up report.
you will lose your soup.
Well,
The world.
is that how about making?
You need Skeksis.
Hogarth.
Professor
That's difficult.
blown away.
You need
The Nate
Skeksis.
Chaos. Do I dream masters out to be this? What's going on? Better not come back to anybody. Hey, dog! Get back to the cops. What's going on? Come in. You know, what can I say? No way back, cops. What's going on? You're almost out of back to anybody. Hey, dog! Get back to the pyramid. What's going on? You know, what can I say? The
Right, let's get this started. Bit early, 10 minutes early. But you know what? I want to get this video done. Sitting around here waiting and doing nothing is not gonna get that done. So, hello guys, how are you going? Hopefully people aren't gonna be stuck in other tabs waiting for the stream to start with their audio off. We'll see. Anyway. Well, in the meantime, while we wait for some people to notice that this has actually started, let's get going on this video then. So here we are back in Movie Studio. Really, not much has happened since last time. And there's only really 3 things I need to do here until this video is technically finished. And at this point, that's enough. Hello, Natalie M. Hello, Kelly Robinson. Hello. Hello, Ripley. I'm doing good. How are you doing? So, the 3 things we need to do, one of them is not part of the video, but I need to find, because if we go back here, you got that section there, and we've got a little bit of Coco in there. And you've got the same bit here. And right now there's a black spot. So I think I'm going to grab some video from Coraline and put it there. The other thing we need to do, we don't need to do this, this is just an idea that I've had for a while, is right at the end here, you've got
I'm being creative.
being creative and then ding, and I want to mask out the light there if I can and then bring it in with the ding. Yeah, it's great to see you guys coming in. Thought I'd get this started early, just because I want to get this video finished as soon as I can. Because to be honest, I've been working on this for long enough that it's getting a bit old by now. Anyway, so the third thing I need to do is this bit here. There's no repeating vocals there, and I think I had an idea to put something different there, but I think we'll just copy paste that in the music. It's not technically part of the video, but it is essentially the black space there in terms of the music. Hello, Hello, Neo Cat Noir. How are you doing? Never been that fantastic at pronouncing names. I think I got that one right. Okay, so a clip from Coraline, that's what we need. Something with a little bit of camera movement. Like that. So let's pop this in here and take a look. Well, I apologize, Derps McPineapple. I did lie to you, and it was unfortunate. But it had to happen. Unfortunately. No, that's not Coraline, that's Coco. Let's put Coraline in. And we want some sweeping camera movement. Can we turn resampling off? Thanks. Let's skim through this. Find an interesting part of the film where we can grab a lovely camera shot from. I'm thinking either the very end, or we used a camera shot from the very end in the actual remix of them making the garden, or not the very beginning, but the beginning where she's kind of exploring the other world. But I think it's probably going to end up being the end. Yeah. I think we'll go with the end. That big shot that zooms out to the garden, which is somewhere around here. Hold on. Let me turn the fan on. Matthew Lopez says, it's been a while since you've been able to catch a stream. Did you ever finish the Seinfeld video? No. I've had some external projects which have been going on, which I needed to reshoot some video for the Seinfeld video, but I haven't had time to do that, and it's not looking like I'll have time to do it anytime soon, which is why I'm getting this one done. I'm thinking of releasing the Seinfeld remix on SoundCloud in the meantime, but since this is coming out, I think I can hold out for a bit. Yay, nice sweeping camera movement, and then towards the end a little further is where it is. A little further. Little further. Little further. There it is. And that's a hard one. I mean, the other... we'll save this one. We'll split it up and put it in there. But the other one we could use is the one from the other world. Like the mirror shot. Not the mirror shot, literally, but the mirror of that one. Of the garden. Can't fool me, Wickle the pickle. Can't fool me, I'm not going to say that. Oh dear indeed. How far can we pull this out before it starts to go over the edge of the house? About there. So let's push it to there and see how that looks.
That's me. That's me. That's me.
How about
That's me.
if we do the...
That's me.
And we need to bring it forward a little bit so that... because it kind of dips down, the camera movement there.
That's
So get rid of that. The alternate shot, the other one we could have used was back somewhere here, this one, in the garden. That big zoom shot there. No, it's after this, I believe. There it is. And we've skipped past it. Gotta go back. Back. There. This is a more fitting shot, I think. Oh, no. We want to split it at the beginning there. And then bring this one back. And we'll just overlay it over the top and compare the two.
That's me. That's me. That's me.
Working on the next video, Wickle the Pickle. That's what we're doing right now. We're trying to finish it. Because I've had... It's been too long since I've uploaded. I need to get something out. I think that's that done then. And in fact, what we could do is push this along. Oh, then he's got talking there, isn't he? I mean, that could work. If we pull this back a little further.
Just a 9-to-5 revolves around.
And then the rest of this should be okay.
Just a 9-to-5 revolves around.
Time
And we did the ending last time, so that works. We can get rid of these now. So that's that done. Now, I suppose the next easiest thing to do is that copy-paste bit in the music. You like the first one more. Oh, we could give that a go. I like the reaction shot though. And if we timed that up with the ding. I think I like the second one better, to be honest. Hello, Big Cheese 2. How are you doing? There's no need to call me sir. You can just call me Josh if you want. When will I be uploading this? Hopefully soon, because this will be finished by the end of this live stream. This will either be a very long live stream or a very short live stream, because I've only got this to do. Okay, so the next easiest thing is to do the music. Copy paste bit in the music. So let's open up Full Studio. And the project is right there. What do you know? Juice. Juice. I don't know about that. Maybe if I eventually do a collab with Jeesh, maybe that should be the name of the remix. Juice. Okay, what were we doing? We were... Well, that's a fair bit louder than it was.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
Okay, so the automation needs to be copied. So wait, let's pull this down there. And I've changed the pitch on the sample, it sounds like, so we'll just need to fix it that way. So this needs to go where? Is that out of sync or is that in sync or what? No, that starts before. So it goes here. Very nice. And okay. Yeah, this is why you organize your projects. So let's copy and paste this. No. We want to keep it in beat. Like that. And then we can just copy and paste. Oh, calm down. Calm down. I'm only trying to get here. Just trying to navigate this small section. It's okay. Like that. You need to copy and paste it into a different bar, otherwise it'll offset it by like half a beat, and I don't want that. Although we could just fix it, I suppose. A quarter of a beat, not half a beat. Like that. I think that's it. I think that's all.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
Something's wrong. Something is not right. Ah, we haven't got the reverb in there.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
And, is that part of the stretching that's causing that artifact at the end there?
Bless me. Bless me. Bless me. Bless me. Bless me.
No, actually. I think that's...
Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me.
Yeah, okay, that's just carrying over from one into the next. We fix that here.
Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me.
No, but it's covered up.
Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me.
So we can theoretically do this. And
Bless me, bless me, bless me.
no, can't do that.
Bless me, 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 bless me.
We could do that. We'll see how that sounds, I suppose. It's gonna be a bit
Bless
weird.
me, bless me, bless me, bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me.
See how that goes with the rest.
Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me.
It's good enough. I'm happy with that. I don't think right now I'll need any moderation, Wickle the Pickle, though. I appreciate it, though. Alright. So let's render this out then. Let's export WAV file. And we'll just say, should we do the final? Yes, we'll do the final version, because we're doing this, and it is the final version. Thus me indeed. Right, and while this is going, do some epic multitasking here, which my computer seems to be struggling with. I think actually in the video he's saying that's me, because he's referring to I can't remember what he was referring to, but I know that he's saying that's me. All right. So let's save it and then quit, and then we can replace the audio in the video with that. Or which will be somewhere down the bottom here. We're going to need to actually replace it, because I've done an edit. I've edited out, I think it's 4 bars, because otherwise it gets too repetitive, for the video at least. What am I looking for? Replace. Oh, not allowed to see that. Spoilers. NDA kind of spoilers things. In fact, that's the wrong hard drive. It should be in music. Music. 2019. Remixes. Around time.
Being creative.
Okay, so that's that done. And then the last thing we want to do is go and take a look at this, because I want to get that.
I'm being creative.
That's going to be hard though, because the light is moving. We'll give it a go. It works without it, but it would be more interesting, I think, with it. Oh, there was nothing really incriminating there. It's just a bit of a, a directory you probably shouldn't have seen.
Being creative. Being creative. Being creative. Being
If you're really
creative.
curious, you can go back and pause on it.
Being creative.
So for this, we will ideally want to grab a screenshot and then plop into GIMP and try and clone this around here and get rid of that lamp, because what I want is
I'm being creative. creative.
When the ding happens, I want the lamp to appear. Before then, I don't want it to be there. So let's give that a go. Let's open up GIMP. And we'll navigate to the file. Let's go to the screenshot. Where the screenshot is, it'll be 2019 around time video screenshots. There it is. We'll need to retake the screenshot because I'm currently going on half resolution, which is not what we want. We want full resolution. And we'll do good full because that's what it's going to be rendered as. Yeah, screenshot 11 is fine. And we'll go back to half because then I can render out the whole thing into memory and watch the whole thing. So let's put GIMP on the main monitor here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And we'll put this in here. It's a little bit blurry because the original video is actually 720 instead of 1080. Is the desktop sound not working? Because I have had that issue. I updated Windows to fix it.
Being creative.
No, it's there. It's there. Okay, that's strange. Okay, so what do we need to do? Let's add a new layer. I'm going to be honest, I have not done something like this in a very long time, so what we need to do is... What do we need to do? Okay, so, alright, I think I have an idea. I think I know what I'm doing. Let's duplicate this layer, and then we'll do the edits on this, and then we'll cut it out and make a mask out of it. So, let's find the tool that we need. Shear scale. We want something like clone or gradient. No, clone or airbrush, ink, paint, clone. There we go. Or healing. Should we use healing? No, I don't think we should use healing. That'd be a bit strange. Now I have to refresh how I control-click to set a new clone source. Why is the brush that? It should be this. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, all of this. It's going to look a bit strange right now, but we'll use the healing tool. Oh, whoops. Use the healing tool to correct anything that we miss. Let's correct that with this. And then erase this. This is the... Oh, whoops. Let's erase this. Try and not get over onto the tiles. This will be the kind of thing where if you look really carefully, you'll notice it. But this is just it. This is just a little video. You don't need to worry that much about it. And then we'll grab the heal tool and we'll just patch it up a little bit. Well, it's good for you to come here, Simple Name D. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Feel free to come back and watch it later. And we'll just patch this all up and it should look fine, sort of. I think it's a little more noisy than... Oh, whoops, we're getting a bit of the tile in there. It's a little more noisy than the outside is. But if we heal it out enough, it should be fine. It looks okay. You can kind of notice it, but, you know, it's only there for a split second. I don't know who the Mangscoo's music video gang is, so I'll have to look that up at some point. Okay, so let's just grab that as a mask. So let's select this like this. And we'll feather the edges with a radius of 10-ish, something like that. We'll bring it out to here. Try and get it as close as possible to the light so that the movement doesn't mess it up as much, although it might very well do. And then we'll select this layer and say add layer mask from selection. So now that is that. And now we have a PNG image which should be able to be overlaid over the top of this. To remove that, unfortunately, I have a sneaking suspicion this is not going to work because the notepad does move around a bit during the shot. Hey Atlas Geneticist, I'm not sure if I said hello to you, but hello. So let's save this S. We might as well save the project, to be honest. Save this as, let's just say notepad mask. And then export as notepadmask.png. Go. Yay. Now we can close this and head back to the video and see how it looks. Let's open up our folder here and drag it in. So right off the bat, that looks okay, but we'll have to see about that with the movement. So I believe this is moving. I believe the playhead is moving with the frames, so we'll link that up to there. And then where's the ding? There's the ding. We'll get rid of it with the ding. How does this look? How horrible does this look? Thanks for that, Derps McPineapple. I'll check it out.
I'm being creative. I'm being creative.
That looks okay, surprisingly.
I'm being creative.
Not sure how I think it goes creatively, but
I'm being creative. I'm being creative. I'm being creative.
And I forget tell.
okay. And is there another instance of this?
Creative. Creative. Creative.
Yes, there is, but the mask needs to go the whole way across because there's no ding. So let's paste it in there and just extend it out to here.
Creative. 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 Being creative. 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 Creative.
Right, now I do want to just double check that mask with on full screen. So I'm going to pop it on the monitor over here and set it to full, and I'll render it out. Just see how it looks.
I'm being creative. I'm being creative.
Okay, you can notice it.
I'm being creative. I'm being creative. I'm being creative.
You can notice it. I don't know if I'll bother with trying to... it's really only... there. I don't know if you... Oh, hold on. Hello? Wow, that's better. Wonder why that wasn't going. I'm sure it's OBS. It has to be OBS. There's no... I've replaced the audio interface. I've checked for updates to drivers. Well, I don't understand what else could be going on. I suppose it probably could be the motherboard. Maybe I'm overloading my USB. We'll just leave that. Okay. Where were we? What was I saying? I was saying, if you can, you probably won't be able to notice it, but there's a little bit of movement there that just makes it clear that there's a mask there. Because the notepad moves, but the mask doesn't. We could eyeball it. I think I might have a better idea though. So if we maybe no, that won't help. So I think we'll try and eyeball it. We'll see what happens. So let's lock that. I'm going good, thanks. Elysian? Is that it? Elysian? I might have pronounced your name wrong. I'm going good, thanks. It's good to see you here. Hello, Reese. Only you will know what I'm talking about. And no. No, I will not execute Order 66. Add another 6 on there, and maybe I won't consider it. Okay. Where were we? We're trying to get this looking right. So we'll put a keyframe there. Keyframe there. And keyframe there. Right, so how am I going to do this? Well, oops, I accidentally. Oh no, there were 3 keyframes. All right. You know what? That kind of works. That kind of works. Let's take a look at it in real time. Hello, Turner YouTube system, Christopher Taylor. How are you doing? That looks okay. It's better. You don't notice it as much. Right, and then all we need to do now is copy and paste again. Or rather, actually, we could just copy and paste. Did I do the right thing? Yes. No? Copy. And then we paste event attributes. And yay, it's all done, yay. So let's go through half and just watch it back. And that should be it. That should be the video finished. Half an hour. Dirts McPineapple said, what's your most epicest gamer moment? I don't know. I don't really have epic gamer moments. I have epic... whatever the opposite is, I have those moments. I suppose the worst moment I've had in gaming was... there was that whole RL craft trend. And I was sort of like, hey, you know, this looks like an interesting mod pack. And so I tried it out. And I ended up starting and deleting like 3 worlds because I'd play through the world and then get frustrated enough at some point that I would just be like, nope, this is I can't get it any better. There's no way to get through this. I'm just going to delete the world and start again. All right. Let's watch this. Actually, I think that is something I did change since the last one. The percussion sections are flipped towards the end. Second half is flipped. Flip. There you go. Actually, I've just figured something out. There are other moments with the notepad. Because there's other times where she says... and yeah. It's just those ones don't have the light. Good thing is we can just copy and paste this because it's framed... it's the shot is in the video, so it doesn't change where it is, so we can just paste this here and then extend it out. I'm interested. What do you guys oh. What's going on there? Why is that not working? Yeah. Hold on.
Being creative.
There, that's better. That would suggest that my default audio device has changed, which I very much hope it hasn't. Anyway. I'm interested in as what you guys think of the light bulb moment thing.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
I'm more or less happy with this. I think it flows well enough. Goes well with the music.
Hello, Detmer from Die.
Wait, what?
And then it can go below deck now. Rough die.
Fashion that bad guys have.
Though I have to say goodbye.
And then it can go da-da-da-da-da. Rough die.
Fashion that bad
When did I change that? No, that's worse. That's worse. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to the way it was. Hello, FL Studio. We need to fix this. Simple but very satisfying. Oh, that's good to know. Why did I change that? It sounds worse now.
To say goodbye.
And then it can go below deck now. Rough die.
fashion that bad guys have.
Though I have to say goodbye.
And then it can go da-da-da-da-da. Rough die.
Fashion that bad guys
Makes it more repetitive,
And then
but
it can go da-da-da-da-da. Rough die.
it makes more sense. Right. No. Well, we're replacing it anyway, so we'll export that, but it's going to complain, which is annoying. So I suppose we'll close this and overwrite it, and then go. Since we got some leftover time at the end of the stream, it seems, I might end up going and doing a little more programming at the end, because there's a couple of features I just thought of putting into my live stream jukebox, which are kind of, some of them are sort of hard-coded in, and I want to be able to turn them on and off. But we get this done first. There we go. There we go. Wonderful. So we can close this and then open up Movie Studio again. Just wait. What a wonderful time waiting for things to happen, yes? Lovely. And there we go. And it should automatically... Why is this all the way out here? Oh. Well, that shouldn't be there. Good thing I didn't try and export the project or render out the project. Right. So now that change should be fixed.
And I forget how some place above and she likes that they would
But we'll need to render it out again, and that's the wrong area as well. It's in the middle. Hey, One Simple Gamer, how you going? Good to see you here. Got some things happening. Looking forward to that video you're working on for Pogo, by the way. As always. Also looking forward to the day that I manage to catch a Pogo, Radio Pogo stream live. Okay.
bad guys have.
So,
I have to say goodbye.
then it can go da-da-da-da-da. Rough die.
yeah, see, that's better. That flows better.
Though I have to say goodbye.
Then it can go da-da-da-da-da. Rough die.
Fashion that bad guys have.
Though I have
Some place up step outside. And I forget how some place above and she likes that they wouldn't meet.
That's me.
Some place up step outside. And I floated against town. Well, we'll judge some place above that they wouldn't meet.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
That's a little bit weird, that glitchy bit with Elon, but
Get up with it.
I'll live with it. For now. I'm not going to render this out on stream, so I might go back when I do render it out and just change it quickly. But we'll see. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it then, One Simple Gamer. Wonderful. That's finished. Or 99% finished. Actually...
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
I can't live with that. I'm going to change it. The sample there, it just gets cut off and it sounds bad. It just sounds bad. Hey man, how you doing? Hey Scars. To be honest, it's been such a long time, I can't remember whether it's Scars or Scares. It's good to see you here, man. So where were we? We're over here. These samples need to be detrimmed. Need to be extended. Right, so like this, something like that. How are we going to solve the problem of the panning then? Oh, well, that's easy. We'll just take this, turn off the snapping, and move it forward to there. Problem solved. That was easy. Save it. And export WAV, and do we still have that open? Well, we'll see. We'll see if it complains. If it does, no, it's not going to complain. It must be like Reaper then, and it sets all the files to offline when it's minimized. Am I excited for Halloween? To be honest, I don't know if there's a change later on. I might get really into it at some point, but I'm not really the biggest fan of Halloween. Alright, so that's done. Now if we open up the video, it should, there you go, it's building the peaks, it's updated. And you know what, just for a little bit of symmetry, let's go right back to the beginning. We've got this shot of Rose, and we'll just paste it in here. That's where it is, isn't it? In the... it's a little bit earlier. So just over the line there.
Just a night to life revolves around
Go and collect some
good memes, revolves around
time being creative.
And good thing I remembered this. We have to put the mask over to the top of the light there for continuity's sake.
Time being creative.
born in the dark. The life revolves around
Go and collect some
born in the dark.
Right, that's that done. Oh, it feels good. Feels nice. Hopefully this will be up some point soon. I'm seriously tempted to render this out on stream, but that's going to take too long and it's not going to be very exciting. Does Australia do Halloween festivities? Well, it's really started to ramp up over the past couple of, I suppose the past decade it's really started to ramp up. There's been lots more people doing Halloween, I suppose, like 20 years ago. Most people didn't really do Halloween. Not really. I suppose it's really come with the internet, hasn't it? The internet's really sort of, you know, spread Halloween around the entire planet. I get the impression it was really only an American thing to do. Only the Americans did it, really. And then the UK did it, and then we're doing it now. So yeah. But yeah. But I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween, mostly because I don't like being scared. We're not in that way, because in that way it's not really scary, because you know you're going to be scared. Anyway. Render it in the background. That's a good idea. Maybe I should. Yeah, okay. So the other thing I was going to do at the end of this stream was programming, and that's not going to take up much CPU, so we might as well. I'm going to quickly switch this over to the camera, though, because, once again, the last project I was working on is secret. Big secret. Right, so is it in the history here? Around time, there we go. Alright, let's switch back to here. Right, so we want HEVC, which is H.265, that's wonderful. And what frame are we using? 25. Yep, that's lovely. We don't want Intel. Where's all the NVIDIA ones gone? Well, let's customize the template. Yeah, we want main concept, HEVC. 25 frames per second. Let's ramp this up slightly. Actually, no, let's ramp it down slightly. No, we'll ramp it up slightly. 14 average, 28 maximum. The audio is very important. It needs to be 41, and actually I should go back and change that in the project settings. And 256, because 320 is just overkill. Estimated size 294 megabytes. That's pretty good. And I'm going to save this template, actually. If I can. Can I save the template? Is that possible? You probably save it in here. Yeah. Internet HD 1080p 25 FPS. Main concept. HEVC. And I'll just say high quality HD. We'll do that. And before we render, I'm going to go back into the project settings, into audio, and it is set to 44.1. That's good. So let's go back to render, project location, route time, and we can get rid of the wholesome version. That's just because I changed it. We want this one. Render options. You shouldn't need to do any of this. That should be okay. And we'll render it. An error occurred while creating. The reason for the error could not be determined. Well, that's lovely. That's wonderful. I'm very happy with that. What if we change the file name? Nope. Okay, I guess we're not going to be rendering this on stream. Love your random accent. Well, I try my best. I'm not sure if you're asking me, but Ripley says, have you ever met Pogo or Geesh IRL? No. It's a long flight to Perth. It's an even longer flight to the UK. Right. So in that case, let's do some programming. And because of that, let's set this up to do some music. Hold on 1 second. Let's go into projects, sound design, programs, live stream jukebox, and we'll just copy and paste the executable so that it doesn't get overwritten and we have issues. So let's copy, and then hopefully it will work. Yes, we can save changes. I think we had this issue last time. We'll leave it be. Right, let's get some music going. Actually, in the meantime, did anyone else check out a new upload from Gold Pick Carrots after like 3 years? I vaguely recognize that name. We'll take a look at that, won't we? See what that's like. We might as well go and take a look at some music, hey? It's easier than doing programming. It's more interesting too. Okay, so what was it? Gold pick carrots. Ah. Oh, I did see that, yeah. Evidently I'm subscribed to him, because I do remember that coming up in my my subscriptions list, yeah. I'm not going to watch it, because it looks like it is literally just a alternate video for Opula. And as well, my internet. I don't want to stress it anymore, to be honest. At least for now. But there's a few here. If we turn this down, that was quick, wasn't it? Okay, so these are videos with music which he hasn't made. I think because of that I'm going to avoid watching them, but check him out. Gold Pick Carrots on YouTube. It's got 11.2 subscribers. 11.2 thousand subscribers. 11.2 subscribers. If you have 11.2 subscribers, congratulations. Not because of the number of subscribers you have, but because you've somehow managed to get 0.2 of a subscriber. Have I seen Rustaroon? What's that? No, I haven't. Well, we might as well take a listen to it then, hey? Let's stop that and unmute this. Right. I might quickly just add in this to here. Throw it down in the corner there. A little bigger than that. You do want to be able to see the video, but I don't want to steal your limelight, mate. You want to watch the video in high res, in high quality, you've got to go see it on his own channel. Yeah, we might as well watch it, hey?
Something
That backbeat though is pounding. I like the development of the ideas. Video editing is creative. Using movement to go with the music rather than kind of just mimicking what's happening on screen. Back to that really intense backbeat, although not quite. That's some good masking.
Your sister seems to be going nuts for that smile dip.
No, we're not going to watch that. Thanks. Yeah. No, that's really good, mate. Good on you. Honest criticisms I might have. There's really only 2 or so. There was 2. I can't remember the second one. That's probably a good thing. The really the only one the only honest criticism I can think of. What is all of this stuff? What is all of this? The only real criticism I can think of is at some points you can't quite make out the vocals. That's kind of it's not really a creative issue. It's more of a mixing issue. But apart from that, no, that's really good. The music and the video, it all works really well together. Right, what have I missed in the chat while we've doing that? Kelly Robinson says, favorite mimics you've done. At this point, that would have to be, out of the ones which I've released, would probably have to be Getting Creative. That's a nice one. But I don't like to pick creates. Don't like to pick favorites. Atlas Geneticist. Let's look you up on YouTube, my lovely friend. What else have we got that I've missed? No links allowed in chat. Look up Rustaroon sometime. It's a lot of Peppa Pig on. No, I do not. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and explain that. Limbo remix. Yes, I'll take a look at that. Why not? Yeah. Okay. Let's watch that one then. Atlas Geneticist. Limbo remix. It's called Boy. Limbo remix by Atlas Geneticist. Let's just say that as many times as I can. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to quickly add a new scene which has the video in the corner, and then get rid of the video in the corner for that, so I can just go, yay, it's fading, yay. Okay. Let's listen to this one then. I have to admit, I haven't played Inside Out. It's an interesting percussion section. Now that is a really cool bass line. It's a lot darker than I was expecting it to be. This is very different. Different is good. Gotta have a bit of positive in there, I suppose. Or at least slightly positive. That is a very intense percussion line. It's not finished yet. All right. No, that's good, man. That's good. Very well done. If I had criticisms, one of them would probably be in the percussion section here. That is very loud. Perhaps too loud. But no, well done on General Man. Well done. Right. What else have I mixed? Well, Pogo's going to upload the video very soon. Maybe we'll find something to do and we'll watch it live. Or maybe we'll just, wait. Throw it on intermission and come back in whenever it uploads. Although it depends on whether it'll happen within the hour. Sen's Journey Redux on SoundCloud. That'll be interesting. Let's take a look at that. SoundCloud. That's no problem, Atlas Geneticist. I really do enjoy doing these things. Don't want to become a channel that does it regularly, but I do like it. It's fun. So what was it? It was Sen's Journey Redux. By Simatunes. Ah, Pogo's had a listen to this one. We might as well have a listen too. I might have already heard it. In fact, we don't need that there because it's not a video.
What is this place? Oh, do you hear that?
Oops.
Don't be afraid. I just want to help you.
Yeah.
Take a deep but just keep take a deep don't take a deep but just keep let's go.
Feel like it needs. Feel like it needs a bass. It sounds good. And I agree with Pogo there. That is a very good chord shift. Some epic chords here. Well, I wouldn't really say epic, more like ethereal. Ethereal. I never know how to pronounce that word.
You helped me before. Now I want to help him.
I do feel like it could use a bass. There's a lack of low end, is what I'd say, and it could really give the chord something to sit on top of, I suppose. Because right now it's sort of everything kind of from the mids up is there, but there's just this gap at the bottom. I'm interested to know. This is your song, isn't it, Nico Tunes? I'm interested to know whether you used what DAW you used, whether you used Ableton or FL or something like that. Because I would suggest tuning the vocals, because it would probably sound very, very, very good if they were straight on pitch, but they're a little bit off. They're a little bit off. FL Studio comes with Newtone, which is actually really good, which is why I'm interested to know whether you use FL Studio or Ableton. I'm not sure whether Ableton has something to tune vocals on pitch, but yeah. But no, it sounds great. It's really well done. It's just those two things. You need some low end and to sort of patch up the pitches on the vocals. I think hold on. Let me just look this up. I'm going to stick to songs that like your own music, because I don't want to be, spreading around music that people don't want me to spread around. Oops, I misspelt that. Oh, whoops. Apologies to anyone who has Windows 10. Okay. Yeah, I tried looking up Adventures Together remixed by DJW. Tried looking that up, but I can't seem to find it. Yeah. Nico Tunes, I think that is that it's a good idea to try and tune up all of your vocals, ideally. Because although speech can sound like singing, and it's very good with theatre actors, they can really sing, but it's never really directly on key. Do I happen to like ambient music? Yes. I'm not sure about showing it on stream though, if that's what you're thinking of, Matthew Lopez. Ripley, why not? Why not show some of your music? We'll have to finish up soon. So let's see if I can find your channel, Ripley. Can I just... Is it possible? No, I can't. I can't just click on you in the chat. Did you say any particular remixes of yours earlier? Sayonara. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll have a listen to this. This is Sayonara by Ripley. Sayonara. So we'll take a listen to this. And I think this is probably going to be the last thing we're going to be listening to today, because we're getting to the end of my stamina for live streams. All right. Let's take a listen. waiting for that bass to come in. It's a cool song, cool idea, nice melody, nice chords. But I'm spending a lot of time waiting for the bass to come in. It's similar to the last one we listened to, where you're waiting for the bass to go, just pop in to give it a bit of something to rest on. To give the music something else, the rest of the music something to sit on top of, I suppose. I mean, that's not to say the rest of the song isn't great. It sounds great. There's good melodies, good chords. Just needs something to bring it down to earth, which would be the bass, I think. Yeah, I suppose that is fitting, Ripley. Finishing up on Sayonara. Have I heard some of Ashley? Oh. Every time someone posts a new track in chat or mentions someone's name, I want to go listen to it. So maybe we won't be finishing up on this. Yeah, I'd say the only real criticism I have of this track is that it doesn't really have a bass. And you spend most of the track, you end up spending a lot of the track waiting for the bass to appear to give the track something to rest on. But yeah, it's a good track otherwise. It's a good track. Ashley Hops. Let's look them up. I said I was going to avoid oh, that's not the right channel, it seems. I said I was going to avoid watching videos that people didn't post themselves, wasn't I? So I guess we'll finish up on Sayonara then. Right, how long are we going for? An hour and 46 minutes, which is actually about an hour and 20 minutes because we spent about 25 minutes waiting in the waiting room. Right, yeah. So was there anything else that I wanted to do? Actually, I do want to just take another look at the video for that. The video for Round Time. See if I can figure out why it's not rendering. Because that's really weird. And it's not even giving me like an error code or something like that. I think we'll leave the reaction remixes. I think we'll leave that there for now. I'm just going to try and fix this up and see if I can figure out what's going on with exporting, and then we'll finish the stream up. Which I think the answer is going to be no, I'm not going to be able to fix this up because there's no reason for the error. The alternative is to... No, that's the wrong one. The alternative is to just go into Customize Template and change it to Intel, which is mind-numbingly slow, but it exists. And yeah, see, look at that. Like 3 frames a second. That's wonderful. Anyway. Yeah. Here, I think I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. I've got a lot on this week. I've got to do a whole bunch of work on things. And I've got a lot on next week too. But after that, things should hopefully start to quieten down. And I'll get to doing videos and things and stuff. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. We'll leave it here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you next week. Sunday at 11 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, which I can't remember what time it is in other time zones. So you'll have to look that up yourself. I'll see you guys later. Now it's time for me to find the stop streaming button. There it is. Bye-bye. Have a good week. Honestly, it's my pleasure spending time with you guys. I love it. See you later. And we'll start recording.